That movie made me really thirsty, if you know what I mean.
Welcome back to Parking Lot Takes, the podcast where we try to capture that post-movie theater parking lot conversation. We're a podcast sometimes about movies and pop cultures and TVs, but mostly through our career of doing this, have talked about prosthetic penises.
That's our bread and butter.
That's our bread and butter, man. We made that sucker last, you know. We really edged that one.
I think, oh gosh.
Yeah, we edged that one.
We're the reason it got a sequel, I think.
You think so?
The conversation was
already filmed and
the conversation
and ready
was
to go.
so like electric on TikTok from us that we got a sequel.
I gotta say, for people who like, we did 1 million views talking about that prosthetic wiener. Okay,
come at me.
Everybody who out here is like, it's prosthetic, it's not real. Self-conscious.
Sorry.
Every single one of you. I'm gonna go, like, every single one of you go to that video. It's pinned at the top of our profile. Yes. You can go in and be like, every single that's a prosthetic. You're self-conscious. Your penis is small. I just want to say one thing. It has to attach to something.
Yep. And it has to be big enough to hold it.
Yep.
That's all I was saying.
You know what's funny? And we can cut this out if we need to, because I don't know of a way to say this that's correct.
Oh no.
Everyone who's telling us like it's prosthetic penis and like we're idiots to assume it's not because there was a kid on the set.
Oh yeah.
I'm not advocating that everyone should have been naked.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Is it any better that it's that realistic to a child? Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm more disgusted that that's a workaround.
Yeah.
Like, I agree.
Just I agree. Anatomically accurate looking.
But it's a prosthetic, so it's fine.
So it's fine. It's not like he still has to see it every day.
It's still
It is a weird, like, yeah, it is a weird kind of workaround. It's like, oh, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's prosthetic, it's just not considered. So I get the like technical, like legality reason for it, but it's still kind of a gray area as far as like the visual.
The industry skirt around to avoid addressing probably a very serious problem that is they probably should have just worn clothes.
Yes.
Or crazy thought, maybe the kid who played Spike wouldn't be there that day.
True.
I'm thinking back, he doesn't really
have to like
be on the set.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If it's not obvious, we're going to be talking about
28 years later,
Bone Temple.
The Boner
series
Temple.
We obviously very much love, judging by all the hate we got.
I loved the first one. You didn't like the first one?
Did you see 28 Years? No, 28 Days. Have you seen 28 Days Later? Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. All right, so
I'm a true fan.
Real quick, so we're gonna do some new news, and then we're gonna go through our top 10 most anticipated movies of 2026, and then we're gonna be reviewing 28 Years Later, Bone Temple at the end of this episode. So it'll be timestamped, so you are welcome to skip if you just hate us, which is most people. Quick lighting. Who is
they're here for the sex appeal. Let's
lighting guy? He's just failing us today. Okay. All right. That was a lot more.
That's just not even on.
That light's not. Wow. We're just not even. We're not
hey,
on it.
What the heck are you doing, Jim? Okay. We don't pay you.
Jim.
We don't.
No, it's an ethnic hire. We're not. No white people.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know who we hired for this, but they're getting fired later.
I don't remember his name. I said it. You racist.
I did.
Daquan.
I don't care about
Daquan. You don't care about Daquan.
Clearly, he's not doing his job right. Well, I care about him as a person, just not as a viable employee.
Okay. Wow. I'm not taking a stance.
Okay. Whoa.
On what?
Hold on.
Prosthetic penises.
Let's get back to talking about our bread and butter.
Yeah.
New news.
Yeah. No real penises were in the making of 28 Years Later, but lifelike prosthetics are. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do the new news. So first up on the list, freaking Peak.
Oh, Peak. We're coming out. All right.
Peak right now. Peak choice. Hans Zimmer set to be doing the score for the Harry Potter HBO series.
Are you serious?
Yep, that's confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's happening.
That's legendary.
That's happening. That's going to be awesome.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
that's gonna be
have
so
all
good.
the faith in Hans Zimmer to respect the source material of the original Harry Potter theme, but then grow upon it. So I really think that was
that's
the
gonna be really
right
good.
guy for the job.
Sure. Okay, serious question though. Are you not afraid at all that it will sound too Hans Zimmer and not enough like the original?
Not really.
He's an amazing composer, but I will say you can hear his style. You know what I mean? You can hear his style when his,
a lot
when
of
when you listen to
electric
his-
guitar.
like organs, things like that. So I could see people saying if it veers too far into his style and away from the original, maybe people wouldn't like it. But I think either way, it's going to be an amazing score.
I think it'd be good.
Another side note, quickly, Ludwig Göransson won the Golden Globe, the Golden Globe for Sinners.
I know.
Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing, considering they didn't air it, but they aired Best Podcast.
That sucks. Is that not
so
bad?
Stupid. I love me some Amy Poehler. Don't get me wrong, and that podcast is hilarious.
Never
it's very
listened
fun.
to it, but I do like Amy Poehler.
But that is so stupid.
That is crazy.
That is so stupid.
Is Ludwig Göransson, is he at Hans Zimmer's level yet, though? Because obviously up here you've got John Williams, right?
I don't think he's done anything on the level of... Sinners is probably the closest. Well, Oppenheimer.
Sinners, Oppenheimer,
He's doing the
Black
Odyssey.
Panther. He's doing the Odyssey. He's about to be on a generational... Well, he is in the middle of a generational run.
And you're forgetting Mandalorian. But
That's right.
on top of that, though...
I've heard chatter.
I'm
People being like, if he
struggling.
wins an Oscar this year for Sinners,
So I think
he will
he's-
have the same amount of Oscars as John Williams.
Okay.
Which
Here's
is
the thing. I
crazy.
think Ludwig Göransson is consistently hitting in the Inception score area, but he hasn't had quite an Inception score. Or sorry, I said both things. He's hitting in the Inception area consistently. He's playing in that
Arena.
arena. But I don't think he has hit the Interstellar yet.
Yeah. I see what you're
Or maybe and then if we get specific, like Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean, so I don't think he's really had anything that's going to be as iconic as Pirates, or He's a Pirate, How to Train Your Dragon. I think those are going to be even. So yeah, he's hitting the Inception, Man of Steel areas right now, but I don't think he is quite transcended into.
Yeah.
I think he'll get there, but he's not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's there yet, but he does have... I think he has more style, if you know what I mean, than like a Hans Zimmer uniqueness, yeah. To each movie.
Well, to
each
be
movie
fair,
is very unique in
think-
its sound.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hans Zimmer, every one of them is incredibly composed. It is great. But his has like more unique... Like he's adding in different instruments. He's adding in a very clear sound. So you honestly, I think if you listen to all of them individually, you maybe would not be able to piece that it's him, but then you would see it and go, oh wow, that's just an amazing score. He just did it. So he's a little bit more unique across movies, I think, than Hans Zimmer is. Or even John Williams, I would say. John Williams and Hans Zimmer just have classics. They just have too many classics.
Are you willing to say that with Dune on the table?
Frick. There goes my argument. Now, I'm not arguing that he's like the best. I don't think he's been there yet.
I kind of understand what you're saying. I think in scale, I agree with you in terms of like scale and depth and size. They're all very similar. Whereas Ludwig, like the Mando theme is very like feels very contained, but then like you go to something like the score he did or composition, no. The score he did for Oppenheimer, and that feels very grand. That's very Hans Zimmer-esque. A lot of people thought it was Hans Zimmer. And then, but Hans Zimmer has that too. He's got the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
That's very contained and
contained.
self-contained. Gladiator, I think, is in that arena as well. So I think they both got some good.
Oh, didn't Hans Zimmer do The Last Samurai? He did do The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
And that is very unique in like cultural sound and maybe not so much. Ludwig Göransson's hot right now.
get
He's
there.
hot right now because he's doing so many good movies and good projects. Like I think he could get there.
I think he's on the way.
I don't know if he'll surpass, but I think he's young though.
It's hard for me to think he'll produce something. I mean, to me, Sinners with the bluegrass blues, a lot of what he did with that is very great.
Does it ever touch Interstellar though?
Huh?
Does it ever touch Interstellar?
Not what he's done so far. Not what he's done so far. No, but
well, I shouldn't say don't think.
Oppenheimer is close.
Is close. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
I'm glad he won. I want him to win an Oscar. I think he should. So we were rolling with something.
Yeah, Harry Potter, him doing the Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
All right. Next on the news, I've just more or less news, but officially the 4 trailers that have been announced that we're going to be getting for Doomsday are all out. We know all of them. Have you seen them all?
I've seen all of them.
Okay. What do you think?
They're there.
What?
They're cool, but they're just kind of there. Like the X-Men trailer was pretty fantastic. We get since we have started this show, I can't figure out his name. Cyclops is the actor's name. I do it wrong every freaking time. Something Marsden. James Marsden. James Marsden looks awesome. We just haven't gotten like a lot from each trailer. I want to see a full trailer before I make a real judgment. It's just bits and pieces out of context. And like I don't have like too many thoughts on it. The only thought I have is the last trailer with the Wakandans and Ben Grimm. I'm kind of curious, okay, what is the context of them meeting? I'm more curious about that. Obviously, I knew the X-Men were coming in, and that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I love the suit. I think it's great. Steve back, we've already talked about that. Thor is interesting, I will say. It kind of goes against his character arc in some ways. Does it not?
How?
So in Thor Love and Thunder, he ends it with like...
You're not going to win anybody with saying it doesn't hold up to Thor Love and Thunder. So
do you know what I'm saying though? At the end, it's like...
I get it.
Oh, we're going to...
I've seen that.
I've seen that,
but nobody's going to care that they're pivoting away from that. So
no, I won't care.
Do not staple them into that.
Well, I don't really like Love and Thunder too much, but if it works, it's fine. That's true. It just feels a little... I guess different. I guess I wouldn't have expected them to do that. But yeah, I want to know the context of the last one, kind of what that means. But they're just there. I don't know. What did you think of it?
So I wanted to bring up something the Russo brothers said in a post, which was about the trailers. Have you seen this? So they made a post saying, "What you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention." No shite, Sherlock. I mean, yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying, but I feel like you also just explained a trailer a little bit. Like, it's not a trailer, but it's a trailer, you know what I'm saying? It's not a trailer, it's a compilation of scenes that allude to the grander story of the movie that we're going to be putting out. Pay attention. Whatever could that mean?
What would that be?
So let me say this.
I know what he's saying, though.
I get it. A lot of people have speculated that might mean that none of the scenes that we have seen in the trailers are actually in the movie. So, and to that, I say,
that's interesting.
That is an interesting idea, but only for Steve and Thor.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be pretty pissed if that Cyclops shot isn't in the movie.
Absolutely.
And then the final trailer with Ben Grimm and the Wakandans and Namor makes no sense.
Yeah, why would that not be in the movie?
Why would that be anything we'd be interested like
that doesn't allude to any plot point.
Absolutely makes no sense that would not be in the movie at all. Like, that doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
People I knew were going to be in the movie are in the movie. Thank you so much for that.
Confirming it, yeah. When I hear that, I'm thinking, okay, it's probably just 4 individual storylines that are going to be separate and will either come at the end of this movie together or could be separate in some ways, like Infinity War, and close in Secret Wars. That's kind of what I was thinking.
It's the no teasers thing. Like these aren't teasers. I don't.
Isn't that what? That is it. It's absolutely a teaser.
We're not teasing you the movie.
It's not a full trailer.
So that does mean, to me, is like none of the shots better be in the movie then.
Yeah. But that doesn't make sense. If that shot is not in the movie, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
That would be really insane.
So I have a pitch for you then. So a lot of people speculate that we'll be getting like the official Avengers Doomsday trailer on the Super Bowl game, which would be cool.
That makes sense. And that's soon.
Yeah.
That's within like a month. So yeah, that does make sense.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They want to pull in audiences. A lot of people are going to watch the Super Bowl just to watch that trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
So I have a theory for you because a lot of people, there's some contempt. I think a lot of the trailers are good. I think the Thor trailer is really awesome. Obviously, the X-Men trailer is really fun. And then the Ben Grimm, like that's all, I mean, that's perfect. I'm so excited to see those characters interact. I like it a lot. I think it's fine. I think the main trailer everybody's kind of what about is the Steve trailer. So I have a thought here, and I want to gather. So I have kind of two thoughts. What if the Steve Rogers Avengers Doomsday trailer is a fake out? And a lot of people for a long time have been campaigning to see Agent Hydra. I'm so curious if it is seeing that suit. I'm so curious if it's just like a CG'd, like they're doing a fake out and they're telling us Steve's back without wanting to really tell us.
But the reveal in the movie is that he steps out as
Agent
Hydra.
That suit is the US is the Agent Hydra suit.
Yeah,
it's kind of what my thought would be.
That'd be interesting.
But my thought to that is, why would that not be the Steve Rogers trailer?
Yeah.
Because that would imagine how insane that would have been. The Steve Rogers trailer is as is, right? This would have made the Steve Rogers trailer so incredibly peak, I think, and we would have lost our minds.
Oh yeah.
The Steve Rogers stays as is, right? The ride up on the bike, the walk up on the porch. You don't show anything with the suit, holding the baby, the face shot, and then it's like that last shot is him putting his suit away, and the last shot before closing the lid to the trunk is the Hydra symbol. Oh, that would have been freaking nuts,
dude. That would have been so viral.
Yes,
we all would have lost our minds.
I think also I love Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. I would think majority of everybody would be way more intrigued to see him as Agent Hydra than they would care to see him back as Captain America, because all the interesting dynamics you can do. Sam and Steve, Sam Wilson fighting Steve Rogers as Agent Hydra, it would be incredible. Also, Steve and Bucky. Absolutely. Also, Bucky and Steve and John Walker, all of them. Like, I'm thinking about like how sick would it be for Steve Rogers, Agent Hydra, to have to fight Sam, John Walker, and Bucky at the same time. That would be freaking insane.
Going toe to toe.
That would be awesome. I would freaking love that.
Yeah, that would be pretty insane. Ah, man, gosh, we would be eating really well.
There's nothing to corroborate this, but it makes me. I just find that I would
so much more interesting.
I just think they would do that. I think they would fake us out like that. Personally,
I'm trying to think.
Like thinking about the trailers well, they did it in Infinity War. They put Hulk in shots that he was never going to be in. So I don't know.
They did it. Marvel did it with the Spider-Man trailers. No Way Home.
Yeah. So
it's not out of their repertoire to do that. So little CGI.
I just feel like there's got to be more to it, you know?
Yeah, because maybe we're putting this on the movie and we shouldn't, but I feel like just having Steve come back to play Captain America and just be a main character in it doesn't, like, it feels too cheap.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, there's got to be something more to that. Like, Thor's been relevant enough. That's fine. We knew the X-Men were coming in. It's multiverse. Obviously, the Wakandans and Ben Grimm, but like Steve's the odd man out here across the trailer. So that's the one that feels the most like it can't just be Steve coming back. So there has to be more.
I would just love,
oh my gosh. Can you imagine he steps, like you see his face and he steps out and he's got the symbol on or he puts a suit. Yeah, something like that. In the movie I'm talking now, not in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like in the movie, gosh, we'd lose it.
I mean, we have actually, I know Cap has murked some people, but we have yet to see unheld back Captain America.
Unhinged Cap.
Unhinged Cap, angry, hurting people. I mean,
Talk about Henry Cavill.
I mean, I'm telling you, like,
just going to
first
town.
shot as he decapitates somebody by just throwing the shield. Just,
so Doomsday's rated R now.
yeah, just boom, dead.
We're just going for it.
Be
my
sick.
gosh, he's ripping spines out, Samson style.
I think he'd be scary. And Chris Evans is so good at being a jerk. He's so good at it.
He would just be Ransom from Knives Out, but in a Captain America suit, and just going to town on people.
Or I think about his character in The Gray Man.
The Gray Man, yeah.
The Gray Man, he's
exactly.
just such an a-hole in that.
And that one, he's a little more like mustache twirly.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like if he was a little bit more stoic than he was in The Gray Man, dude, terrifying.
I don't need him to be stoic. He could be an absolute jerk. I don't care.
That's true. Even if he's there would be some good quippy moments between like him and Sam and him and Bucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can hear it.
You got to do something there with how that happens. Like, I don't know. Maybe the super soldier project is something that happened at birth. So instead of growing up without power, then having it and respecting it, he always grew up with it. So he was, didn't have the morals and the character that he had built without any strength. Mm-hmm. So maybe something like that.
Hydra essentially like trained him since
from birth or something like that.
Yeah, raised him.
Could be interesting.
Because it's because they kind of do that with Black Widow's storyline, right? With the is it the Red Room?
Yeah.
I mean, from children they're trained, so like you could easily work that in. Not the Red Room, but you could easily work in he's being trained as a child. So that'd be cool.
All right, so Lord of the Rings Hunt for Gollum, we're officially getting some more news on that.
Yeah.
So we do know that Sir Ian McKellen and Elijah Wood are returning for their roles as Frodo and Gandalf. Avi makes complete sense. Shout out to Ian McKellen for being able to stay in that freaking character for 20 years. Amazing.
How old is he?
Old.
He's got to be in his 80s? I mean, Patrick Stewart's well into his 80s.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All that to be said, they are recasting Aragorn.
That's sad.
Not Aragon.
Aragorn. It makes sense, though.
Absolutely.
Vigo is very old.
Old and a lot bigger in the midsection,
Whoa. Don't disrespect him like that.
I don't know, he's rocking a dad bod now.
Yeah.
He's not Isildur's heir, Numenorian.
Yeah. How old was he when he did those movies? Early 40s? Late 30s? I mean, he was not young when he did those movies. I mean, he wasn't like 20s or early. He was
like 82 in the movies.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, we can't do Vigo. That's okay, though.
Yeah, so my question to you is, who do you want to see take that role?
I've got one for you.
Okay.
Prince Caspian himself.
Dang!
Ben Barnes.
I have that written
Do you
down.
really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Dude, he's perfect.
I mean, I think it'd be good.
Here's the pitch, though. Think Punisher Ben Barnes.
That's what
He's a little older,
written down.
little grizzled. Dude, we're locked in.
I have that written
We're
down.
locked in,
Jigsaw from Punisher, yeah, specifically.
Because if you think, obviously Prince Caspian's a little old, or the movie's older, he's a lot younger.
Russo.
Yeah, I think a little more grizzled, like a little more, you know, gritty.
I think he could do a good job.
I
My
think it
other random pool, and I can't get out of my head, Jake Gyllenhaal.
No.
He does look like him. I want you to think about Prince of Persia.
Oh.
Prince of Persia was very Aragorn-esque.
Yeah, but the voice, the presence, I don't
Jake
know.
Gyllenhaal has a very similar tone of ego. Absolutely.
I feel like I think it's less deep and a little whinier.
What?
Jake's.
Nah.
Maybe I'm not
I don't
quite
think so.
thinking that through.
I
don't know. It just feels weird.
Oh, I agree, because he's too big. I know. But I do think he has the face, the facial hair, and the look. I
know he has the look from Prince of Persia. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just like thinking of. I'm trying to think of a performance. Can you think of a performance where? Because I don't think Prince of Persia, his performance is enough. Like, is there another performance that Jake Gyllenhaal does that like warrants being like, if he's something like that, I can see Aragorn.
I mean, like, dude, I think he's very Aragorn-esque.
True, and he's older now.
In the
So he looks a little more
face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I think he looks like Vigo a little bit as Aragorn.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I know he's too big of a name. I just do think he probably looks the closest.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be weird to see Jake Gyllenhaal as...
Yeah, it would be really hard to not see Jake Gyllenhaal and see Aragorn.
But I don't think you're giving Jake credit to think that he couldn't disappear into Vigo's performance a little bit to bring it back.
I don't know. I don't feel that one. I just don't feel that. I feel like Ben Barnes can. Obviously, Ben Barnes is not the name that Jake Gyllenhaal is. I get that. But I just can't hear it. Like, I can't see it. I feel like for Jake. I see the look, but the performance, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's something to pull from. Jake Gyllenhaal is an incredible actor. For you to say, I don't think he could pull it off performance-wise, I think is utterly ridiculous. That is insane. Jake Gyllenhaal could absolutely do it. It's a question of should he? Because is he too big? I think for this role,
will it be distracting?
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
I think it will be.
But I do think he looks the most like Vigo.
You think more than Ben Barnes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look.
Oh,
yeah. Because
I've looked at
Ben Barnes fits the aesthetic of Aragorn, but he doesn't look as much like Vigo.
Yeah. I personally would, because Ben Barnes is Prince Caspian, I will have a hard time seeing him as Aragorn as well. So it's a double-edged sword, unfortunately. But Jake would... My issue, I'm a little bit worried. I think you probably they'll go no name, most likely, or they'll keep... Strider's not hugely important to that story as well, or Strider at the time is how they refer to him, but you can get around not casting anybody and not showing his face within the story that they're telling. It is possible. But if they're going to do somebody, I do think Jake is big enough to get, when I say lost in the character, like, just kind of like take a step back.
Yeah.
Let Vigo's performance carry through there, do his part, and back out, and not try and like be like, oh, this is my friggin' moment to try and get a spin-off series that's going to pay my bills for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Those are the advantages of doing Jake, in my opinion.
I won't say no name, but the other one that I had kind of thought might work is, I think it's pronounced Michael Huisman. He's in Game of Thrones. He is he's kind of like the right-hand guard to Daenerys. Not Lord Mormont's son, the other guy that she's like sleeping with. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Long hair. Yeah. He's got a beard, kind of looks the part. Less no name, but I think he could do it. He's kind of got the voice. He's kind of got the presence. Game of Thrones is an easy, because he's, you know what I mean?
That's stupid
it's
that
fantasy.
You think that would be better. Like he would have it over Jake. That specific person.
I'm trying to think of how to like articulate what I'm thinking, but like
I
struggle.
You want me to point to a performance where you're like, oh, that's Aragorn, and like you're probably not going to have that with Jake's work.
Yeah, but he's a good enough actor to do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I know. I fully agree with what you're saying there.
He could do it.
I'm just like, can I see it? And
you don't think he looks like? I mean, that's what I'm asking. You had just agreed that he does look like does look like Vigo as Aragorn.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good enough actor. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's one of my favorite actors. So
I think that's the guy. If they were to do a spin-off,
bro, they could have
series
to give him a bag,
with Aragorn as Jake Gyllenhaal, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, that would be insane.
That would be cool. But they're gonna have to pay that man $50 million to freaking do it. Half the budget's gonna go to that guy.
Some people fan casted Henry Cavill. I'm like, guys.
Come on.
No.
You can't just say fantasy white guy and throw Henry Cavill into the mix every single time.
One, he is so much bigger than Vigo. It's insane.
Massive. There's no way. We wouldn't. It's with Geralt too. Like, obviously they would look different, but similar enough that like we couldn't do it. We couldn't separate the two.
If Henry Cavill had to be a species or a race within Middle Earth, who would he be?
He'd be an orc.
Ooh, Henry Cavill as an orc.
He would be a
so
jacked orc.
awesome. That's great. I wasn't even in that realm. I was like thinking I would love to see him as a dwarf, but dude, he would crush.
Oh my gosh,
like a
because he's like
Uruk,
6'3".
like an Uruk type.
Yes.
Well,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, I mean, like he wouldn't be in Hunting for Gollum, but like a big buff orc that's menacing, like an Azog the Defiler.
Yeah,
type
exactly.
Threat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he would body that.
Yeah,
He's got the voice.
A Gundabad orc. Ooh, he would crush that.
Yeah,
he would smoke that.
Leading like a pack of orcs, bro.
Yeah.
He would just be a brute, just smashing hobbit skulls left and right.
What if he was a hobbit?
Plot twist.
That'd be crazy.
Would be insane.
He's hairy enough.
That'd
be so
wild.
funny.
Henry Cavill, just in the Shire.
Love you, bud. All right, let's do our most anticipated of 2026.
All right, let me get my notes. It's gonna be a big year for us. We got a lot of movies to see. We watched a lot of movies last year. How many movies did you end up actually watching, like new releases last
59.
year? Dang. I think I had 53.
I saw a lot more, probably. Just
I think your bottom movies, you've got 2 or 3 in there that I never watched.
That got a theater release that went to streaming. I saw it.
Gotcha. I did miss a couple. I missed a couple that I did really want to see. I just didn't have time.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see Marty Supreme.
I have not seen The Smashing Machine yet. And I really wanted to see that.
That was a smashing machine.
Great job.
Yeah, you're
You
welcome.
really,
Yeah, you're welcome.
really
Yeah.
home run to that one.
Yeah.
All right. Most anticipated of 2026. You've got 10. I've got 10. Do you have some honorable mentions too?
No idea. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah. Let's do honorable mentions first. You do yours. I'll do
Well,
mine.
I'll just run through mine and then I have one on honorable mention.
Okay.
All right, so these are my top 10. These are my top. Oh my gosh.
You got this.
These are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2026, excluding Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. Obviously, we're
Yes.
nerds. We love that stuff.
It's
obviously very
obvious.
anticipating all of those movies to be amazing. But
Yeah.
for trying to let some go in and try a little bit harder, get some other movies to get some representation, we're going to exclude those. Obviously, we're looking forward to them. Obviously, they'd probably be at the top of both of our lists, including Doomsday, Spider-Man, Clayface, Supergirl, and Mandalorian Grogu. So we're excluding those. All right, honorable mentions. I have. Oh my gosh,
It's okay.
Spielberg. I have Spielberg's Disclosure Day at my honorable mention
And you're
because it was on my radar.
Are you insane?
Low. What?
In the honorable mention spot, you put Steven Spielberg in your honorable mentions for 2026 most anticipated
Can I go
films.
through my list, please, sweetie?
I'm sorry. That's wild.
I've been way more excited about these other movies that have been on my radar way longer.
Bro, Steven Spielberg.
That's great. Good for you.
Gosh.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I didn't know
Shut
you
up.
hated
You
Steven
do not
Spielberg.
have a Steven Spielberg movie in your top 10, and I do, so I'm allowed to do that. Shut your mouth.
What are you talking about?
Top
Why does
10
that-
of all
why
time?
does that have to matter?
Of all time?
Why does that matter?
Because I'm allowed to, if I'm just like, yeah, I'm curious about it, and I'm excited, and I'm honorable mentioning it, that's fine.
Okay. Just think it's a little crazy that he's not made your top 10.
That's fine.
Rattle him off, baby.
Promise me it's going to be good. Did he do Ready Player One?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a most anticipated movie for you?
Bro, that movie was in like high school.
I know, I'm just asking.
Yeah. I was really excited for that movie. Looked like a fun little nerd fest.
Dude, I have 2 Spielberg movies in my top 10.
Indiana Jones
Yep.
and
Adventures in Tintin.
Wow, that's right. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, stop.
I'm sorry.
So I have Disclosure Day. I'm number 11. Sorry. I'm very excited. I love Steven Spielberg. I have been anticipating these other movies way longer. So it is at the bottom.
It just means the top 10 are just bangers. We're excited for all
Hopefully.
these movies.
Number 10, I have Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, one of probably the greatest shows ever made. Cillian Murphy was already on the map, but it definitely helped put him on the map and radar of a lot of other people that probably had no idea who he was. I mean, golly, the haircut. I mean, if everybody gets the same haircut,
you've done something.
Yeah, you've done something.
You succeeded.
If you have guys getting an 1800s haircut, you are having an impact.
Yes.
So I'm very excited for the wrap of this series. I hope they stick the landing, it being a movie. I personally am concerned, but
Fair.
I have been anticipating this for a minute, so I'm happy to finally get to see it. That was number 10. So at number 9, I have Goat. The animated movie about that is, I think, loosely based on Steph Curry.
Yes.
So I'm very excited
loosely.
about that. I love the animation style, and I think that's going to be just so much fun. And Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things is voicing the goat.
Lucas.
So I am very pumped about that. Number 8, I have Robert Eggers' Werewolf.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's probably because just the werewolf supernatural lore is like my favorite. Like I love all of those shows. And so this getting tackled, I'm super excited about. He's going to absolutely just knock out of the park with some practical effects and some prosthetics. So I'm just really pumped for that. Oh my gosh, I should have numbered these. I'm an idiot.
This is number 8, right?
7, I have Godzilla -0. We had such a blast in -1. Absolutely. God -1 is the greatest Godzilla movie to ever been made. So the sequel to that is highly going to be anticipated. And so I am stoked for that. Number 6, Super Mario Galaxy. Gosh. This movie is going to crush the box office.
Billion.
It's going to smoke it. Like
Absolutely.
it's going to crush.
I'm going to see it 5 times, so.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I need to play the game. I've never played the game.
I can't wait. You'll see. Number 6.
I have one on here twice. So my honorable mention is the top 10.
Nice.
Okay.
That's funny. So you're number 5.
Give me a movie real quick. Let me slide it in there. There's something I'm forgetting.
Do you have Death Robin on there? Yeah, I got it. Frank. Do you have the Rip?
Keep feeding it to me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Adventures of Cliff Booth.
I like it.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. I'm really excited for that one.
I had Goat on there twice.
Oh.
I had Goat at the top, and I forgot I moved it to the bottom and didn't take it out.
That's so funny.
I thought I had 10. I was like, I guess I have 11.
Yeah.
Goat.
We'll cut that.
Double Goat.
Double Goat. I can't wait for Goat a second time.
I don't know how I'm going to clean that up with editing in the clip.
I don't think you should. This is hilarious.
I have no idea how to deal with that. Okay, everything move it up one. Yep. No disclosure days and honorable mention, thus making the argument we had at the beginning of this list
completely invalid.
All right.
That's so funny. Continue on.
Roll with the punches.
Roll with it.
So my number 5 was Super Mario Galaxy. My number 4 is going to be the Legend of Aang, the Avatar movie. Very excited about that.
I'm so skeptical.
Me too.
About anything.
No theater
beyond
release
the animated
is
series.
interesting.
I'm just.
Have you seen Korra?
I've seen parts of Korra. I started watching Korra at some point, and then I never really finished it. I really probably should pick it up and watch all the way through. Okay. Is it worth like? I've heard mixed feelings on it.
Yeah,
I think people who like really just enjoy the show like to watch it because you're experiencing that world more.
Right.
But I've also heard people say like, I don't know, it's not like the most worth watching.
I mean, I don't know. Have your own opinion.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
That doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I will get around to watching it, but maybe I will watch that in preparation for the movie.
Sorry, I'm going to plug this in really fast. Okay.
I forgot that movie's coming out.
Number 3, Death of Robin Hood. This movie just looks friggin' sick. I'm so excited for this.
Bro, not on my radar whatsoever until like 2 weeks ago.
It is now. I'm so pumped for that. I like the Robin Hood story and character. So, I mean, I'm curious how tight it's going to be to that lore and story, but we will see. Number 2 of Dune Messiah. I've read this book. I am extremely curious how they're going to pull this off because they are not recasting Timothée Chalamet. And for those slight spoiler, in the book series, there's a time jump. There's pretty significant, double digits time jump that happens. So super curious about that, what that ends up looking like. And then my number 1 most anticipated, another book I read last year, Project Hail Mary.
Nice.
I am so pumped. I think this movie is going to be such a knockout. I think it's just going to absolutely crush the story. Just judging from someone who's read the book, the story is, just completely heartwarming and touching. Everyone who wants to say that Ryan Gosling's a bad casting is a moron. He is absolutely capable of performing the way he needs to perform for this role. And if there's something I think Ryan Gosling brings brings up to bat every time he's in a project, it's heart. And so I think that's what's most integral to this story and the character he's playing. So I think he's going to absolutely crush it. So that I'm super stoked about that. And that's probably in terms of like order of excitement, how I'm sitting, obviously excluding anything Marvel, DC, and Star Wars.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let me run through it. So here are my most anticipated movies for 2026. So honorable mentions, I've got a couple. The Adventures of Cliff Booth. I'm just curious to see what this is actually going to be.
Because I think it's going to be The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Yes, I know. But I mean, you wanted to know
Quentin
what Tarantino's not directing it,
right?
But he did write it, I think. Is that correct? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's about Cliff Booth.
You know what? Why do we even do this?
You want to be done? Just cut it there?
Just cut it there.
All right.
That's great.
How could you imagine if we just...
That'd be crazy. They would think we were the podcast was over.
Cut it? Okay.
That's it. Well, great knowing you.
We should change clothes. That would just cut.
That would be hilarious.
This is the next day.
Next day.
All right.
I've been stewing on this for a while.
So...
Quentin's writing it.
So the cinematographer for Dune is not returning, I think... Because
yes, but
hang on, sorry.
Is it David Fincher is directing it?
Greg Fraser.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think Greg Fraser's doing. I'm so sorry. That has nothing to do with anything.
He's doing another project. You're right. He's not coming back because I've heard a lot of people talking about that. But yeah, I'm curious about this one because it's Quentin Tarantino writing. David Fincher's directing it, I think, right? Which is just an interesting pair. So, I don't know. We'll see. Could be good. Maybe not.
Oh, my word. Greg Fraser left Dune for Batman Part 2.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
I'm sorry. About that.
I thought for a second...
He left for
that
Cliff Booth.
Yeah, but no, I'm wrong.
I do. Yeah, you're right.
And then I thought it was Project Hail Mary, but he's not.
Yeah. The other honorable mention I have was Crime 101. Just popped up on my radar. It's got Chris Hemsworth. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it looks interesting. So
let me get something straight. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Nope.
Okay. You sure?
Yep.
Positive? Okay. My number 10 is The Rip. 2 names, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. When they come together, magic typically happens. So, trailer kind of sold me. I think it's going to be gritty, and I think it's going to be good. And that comes out literally tomorrow. So,
as a filmmaker,
I almost thought about leaving it off, but I'm like, I'm excited enough that it's worth being on the list. Number 9, I have The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. I did not care about this movie until I watched the trailer, and it sold me. It's kind of weirdly artsy. It seems grittier than Hunger Games has been, even though Hunger Games kind of is. I don't know. It sold me enough to make it the list. I like the Hunger Games franchise, and I didn't really like the last one that much, but I think this one has a lot of potential. Ray Fiennes is in it. Great. Love him, so that could be good. Number 8, I have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. This looks like it's just going to be an acid trip, and I'm all here for it. I feel like this has a low bar, high ceiling. Like, I don't have a lot of expectations because it's just kind of, I've seen the trailer, it looks crazy and bonkers. But if it's really good, I feel like it could be incredible and kind of a big surprise. So I'm excited for it. Man, I really should have numbered these. Number 7, Death of Robin Hood. You know what I thought when I watched this trailer? This movie and The Northman is going to be a great double feature. Did you not get the Northman vibes from that trailer at all?
So I'll be honest, I just saw the casting and then like a few shots, and I'm like, I'm not watching another second of this movie.
Oh, I got you. I watched the trailer. There's a couple moments where I just got that same tone, and I was like, interesting. So I think it's going to be very, very good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Peaky Blinders and Mortal Man. Peaky Blinders is one of my favorite shows of all time. And Cillian Murphy is on a legendary run. Here's why I am not as skeptical. I feel like Cillian Murphy right now is being very choosy about his roles and picking really good projects. So I feel like if he felt like the script for this did not serve the character, I feel like he wouldn't have gone through with it.
Maybe, but this isn't a new project. This is a series and a character that needs a conclusion. So I don't think.
But how the season ended, I mean, could have been a conclusion.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is,
but they had already announced a movie before that season didn't even come out.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he just knew going into it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, regardless, I think he would pick a good script. Obviously, anybody would pick a good script, but some actors are more choosy than others. You know what I mean? Because they're just trying to get money. Whatever. Next, I have Godzilla -0. Yeah, -1 was a good surprise. It turned out to be the best freaking Godzilla movie. So I'm excited to see where that one goes.
I also said that late. I'm sorry. I'm going. Never mind.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure he's contractually obligated.
Is he?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So I don't think he gets a choice. I think he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 5, I have Werewolf. The more I think about Nosferatu, like technically, the better it kind of gets. So I am really excited to see him tackle werewolves. Werewolves are so much cooler than vampires.
Yeah. I think this will take Nosferatu personally.
I think it will too. I mean, I'm definitely prepared for a lot of freaking just grotesque body horror. I mean, I definitely was like uncomfortable at times in Nosferatu because it's just not my genre. But because he's tackling a werewolf, like I'm excited enough that I am going to go see it. And I think it will be better than Nosferatu. And I guess kind of much like you, I just think werewolves are cooler than vampires. So I'm excited for it. Number 4... I have the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. I've watched it like 20 times. It is so delightful. It's the perfect blend of like just nostalgia and fun and good animation. And I love it so much that I'm just excited to see another one. If they can do it one time, I know they can do it again. So I'm excited. And I played the game and I love the game. So I want to see what they do with it.
Famous last words.
What?
If they could do it once, they could do it again.
Very true.
Game of Thrones.
Ugh.
Duffer Brothers.
Duffer Brothers. Don't say that. Man, we really have a problem sticking the landings on TV shows. Number 3, I have Project Hail Mary. I'm very excited for this. I loved The Martian, which is another Andy Weir novel.
Yep.
And so I'm excited just to see another novel adaptation. I think it looks good. And I did not read the novel, so I don't have that context. But I think the trailers look good, so I'm excited to see if it's as good as The Martian. I love The Martian.
Dog is barking, scaring me.
Scared me too.
I don't know why. I didn't like listening
breaking
for the
in.
door to open.
Trying to. Did we just get swatted? Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is. Now Walker's crying. Anyway,
but yeah, Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary.
That was your
excited.
2, or no?
That was my 3. Number 2 is Disclosure Day. It's Steven Spielberg tackling sci-fi. I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be watching it probably 2 or 3 times. I'm very, very excited for it. Which interesting about the trailer is, did you watch the trailer? It looks creepier than I thought it would.
Yeah,
be.
it does look weird.
And that's very intriguing to me. So I'm very excited for that. And number 1 is Dune Part 3. I think if this movie lands how I want it to land, we could be arguing if it's the greatest trilogy of all time. I think. I know a lot of people are so on the first one. I understand that. I'm a lot higher on the first one, I think, than you are. And maybe some people. So in my mind, if he sticks 3 and it's like a 9 to 10 out of 10, then across the board, we've got one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Yeah.
But if he fumbles it, it could be the biggest fumble.
I don't think Dune Messiah will be a 9 out of 10.
Really? You don't think?
I think the story's polarizing enough to not for that not to be the case.
The story choices will be too divisive for it to be kind of a unified. Everyone's like, oh, this is just an amazing science fiction film. That sucks to hear. Hey, if I love it though, and I love the choices, and it's a 10 out of 10 for me, then it's going to be one of my favorite trilogies of all time.
It's a big task.
It is a big task. And if I don't like it, then it's going to be a huge disappointment.
There's like multiple.
But I'm confident.
So there's multiple within the Dune book series.
Yeah.
There are multiple places people recommend reading till and stopping based on your interest level. So a lot of people just recommend reading Dune. But then others say, well, okay, if you want more, then you can read Dune Messiah. And if that interests you, then you can go from Dune Messiah to the next 3. You kind of have to read the next 3 to get the payoff. So, or the rest of the series.
The payoff from Messiah?
Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion,
he's not going to do.
You have got to do
Children
Children of Dune to conclude the Messiah story properly. But it doesn't sound like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So my thought maybe is they combine Dune Messiah and Children of Dune together. I don't know that is it officially called Dune Messiah or is it called Dune 3?
I don't know. I kind of hope it's just called Dune Part 3, to be honest with you, just for like continuity between the names. I almost hope they don't call it Dune Messiah. Just call it Dune Part 3. The official,
it is Dune Part 3. So it is,
yeah.
I smashed on the head. So Messiah, it incorporates Dune Messiah and Children of Dune. So that will be
both
the
of
complete.
Them. Oh, okay. This movie about to be long. I mean, they're all long, but like
there's a lot in there.
It's well over
some
3 hours.
Crazy time jumps. So buckle up.
That's so gonna be really interesting.
So the first one will open with a time jump, and then there'll be another one, a big one later.
So let me ask you this: is the time jump later still involve Paul Atreides?
Yeah,
bro. How are they going to age him that much?
I think you got to recast him in the second one. You have to. There's no way. It would be tacky if they didn't.
Yeah. So, and maybe they do, and they're just going to keep that under wraps until we get there. Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense because I'm like, Timothy has confirmed, like, yeah, they're aging me up a little bit. You know, I gotta, be a little older. So I'm like, how are they going to do that? But if there's another time jump, it's like, and I don't know how long it is. You would know. So, yeah, if they have to recast it,
it's not crazy. But judging because you're going to be doing basically 13 years from part 2
to here
to do it right. I mean,
to go into Messiah is 13 years. Doable. How about the next?
It just depends if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, there's one.
You think it'll be a little less, maybe a little looser?
So like, one of the things I was very let down on, and I get it. There's a side storybook that the author's son came in and wrote way after the fact that kind of breaks canon, but it is kind of about the Holy War that takes place in the name of Paul Atreides. The time skip is that war.
Yes. Yeah.
So it concludes kind of at the end of that war.
Yeah.
So I think that will be something that people don't necessarily love.
Do you think for the sake of like film and spectacle and getting people in seats, they will do a part of it? Like in the
might
beginning?
Show a little bit.
Like it opens, war's ending, something like that.
I see that.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
It basically, it opens with it wrapping up.
But it's a lot of Dune Messiah and Children of Dune is a lot of politics.
Less so than the spectacle of
politics. Now, on Taylor-Joy, It's something you should be very excited about.
right.
Her character is very interesting within the series, especially because she has precedence as with Paul. So she is the same site that Paul has. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for it.
Sorry to interrupt.
All good. That is my top 10. 2026, I think, is going to be a good year. We have some good stuff in TV coming out, too.
Mm-hmm. Born Again.
Born Again. Yes. I hope it's
Born
good.
Again.
Again. Yeah, again. House of Dragons coming out. I don't know if you watched that.
Nope.
Night of Seven Kingdoms coming out. Fallout 2
I will
is
watch
coming out
that
right now.
I will watch Night of Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm interested. Fallout Season 2 is happening. We're getting Lanterns. We're getting Wonder Man. It's going to be a good year. Spider-Man Noir is coming out this year. Oh, can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah.
Supposed to get a Blade Runner show too.
What?
$20.99.
Blade Runner 2099?
With I think Michelle Yeoh's in it. There's a couple other people in it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year for TV. Let's do this, man. Are we ready?
Yeah. 28 years?
28 years
Alrighty.
later, Bone Temple.
Boner Temple. That's funny.
Not me. Not me.
What's your sentiment? 28 years later, Bone Temple. How you feeling?
All right, 28 years later, Bone Temple.
Well, hang on. Let's say the title one more time.
Okay.
We only said it 3
hold
times.
on. Hold on.
Let's say it one more time.
You want to say it or do me too?
No, you can say it.
28 years later, Bone Temple. I like it better than the first one.
Whoa! Did you really?
I do. You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
I think it's tighter. I think
yeah, that's true.
I think the script's tighter. I think visually it's less jarring all the time. And I was engaged throughout. There are some choices that I still really don't like. But my overall sentiment was I definitely like it better than 28 years later. I definitely do. There's I don't want to get into spoilers here too much, but Ray Fiennes is awesome. What they do with his character is fantastic. I really, really like the idea that they're playing with and kind of how it resolves. That's my favorite thing I've seen so far out of either of these movies. He was obviously a standout in the first one, but letting him really kind of do his thing is great for the world, for the lore. I loved all of that. Every time he was on scene or on screen, I was eating it up. I was like, this is really, really interesting. Outside of that, I'm a little shaky on it, to be honest with you.
What? Like what?
The Jimmy stuff.
Okay.
There's both like story reasons and like
Get into
just
it.
gooey personal reasons that I don't like it. Do we want to just go right into spoilers?
I mean,
Let me wrap it up, see what you think, and then we'll dive into it. Okay. Some of the stuff with Jimmy. Jack O'Connell is great, though. I think he's fantastic. We all know he's on a generational villain run right now between centers in this movie. I think he gives a really good performance. Some of the other stuff, though, we'll get into it. I'm just like a little, this feels kind of weird. I don't know if it works. But overall, I like it a lot better. I think the script's tighter. I think visually, like I said, it's not as jarring as the first one. It has some of that same like style and tone, and I like it a little bit more in this one. But it is grotesque, I will say. I don't like any of that stuff.
can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So as you know, I got a deer recently.
Yes.
I could smell that deer in the movie,
yes.
and I was having trouble.
Ooh.
I could smell it.
That's rough. I didn't think about that.
I was watching that movie and I could smell it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is brutal."
Yeah, that's really brutal. It's been a while since I've smelt that. That's rough.
It's not a bad smell. It's just very unique.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I don't want to tell these stories.
Spray
but
it on cologne, but like it's the smell of
if you do something the wrong way though,
cold raw
it can
meat
get rough.
has a smell.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yes.
Yeah.
But cold raw meat has a smell.
Yes. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah.
Regardless if it's a deer, if it's a cow, whatever. It all has a smell, and I could smell.
You can
that
smell it. Yeah. It's got some rough moments. It's not as grotesque and rough as the first one though. I don't think. It has some pretty. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You're off.
I'm so off. I'm absolutely backtracking. This movie is way worse.
Yeah.
way worse, and I have a note in here about that. So I'm backtracking that. Here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the infected stuff is not as crazy. Yeah. There's other things that are really intense. But yeah, overall, I think I just enjoyed the story a little bit more. I liked kind of where they were going with it, how it kind of ended. I'm actually more so excited for the next one than I was going into this one. So yeah, I liked it a lot more than 28 years later. You know what? I'd give it about a 7 out of 10.
Oh, wow. You're
give it a
coming
7
up
out of 10.
quite a bit.
Yeah. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. All right. How you feeling, man?
So I like it less than 28 years.
What?
I like it less.
We're flipped. That's crazy.
I see where you're coming from, but I wasn't as low on 28 years later. I quite liked it.
Yeah,
I just agreed with a lot of your problems that they were genuine problems. But in terms of what the movie accomplished, I liked it more. I personally feel like 28 years later, Bone Temple kind of abandoned Spike character development a little bit of this movie for the sake for him to kind of do nothing and me be wondering what the frick is he doing this entire time. I personally really felt like the first movie just served to introduce us to Samson and
Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes or Fiennes character. I kind of feel like that was the purpose of the first movie a little bit. Because that's what's on display here. Obviously, this third installment will get more of Spike.
Yeah.
But I just felt like almost maybe Spike could have just been introduced in this movie as one of the as a kid they found and fingered, like, and it wouldn't really matter, especially because Aaron Taylor Johnson's not in this movie. A major complaint we had on the previous movie is where the frick is this guy?
Yep.
Everyone told us he probably just assumes he's dead. Well, here's a fun fact. He left him a note. He definitely doesn't know he think he's dead.
Yes.
Why doesn't he go after him again? I personally am kind of bewildered. I have to think maybe Aaron Taylor Johnson's going to be in the third movie. If he's not, I will beg the question, why didn't we kill Aaron Taylor Johnson in the first movie to have Spike's character development, and how much of a better introduction to the character of Jimmy than to have Jimmy
Be the one.
Kill Aaron Taylor Johnson, Spike's father. Mm-hmm. I think that would have served Spike very much of a character, and I would have understood a lot of his motivations more going forward. And I would have personally seen how he would be really afraid and nervous, around him, and make Jack O'Connell's character of Jimmy just a lot more sinister.
Yeah.
There's some things with, I think Jack O'Connell is absolutely a standout.
Oh, he's terrifying.
Holy crap. He's incredible. It's not better than Remick. Sorry about it.
He's not.
Remick is magnetic, but
there's subtlety to Remick that Jimmy has good moments, and there is a couple little scenes where you can kind of see it's just that twisted performance. But Remick has some subtlety to him that is just, it's so, I mean, the lean back, the lore, like it's too good. It's too good. But it's not far off second, I will say.
Maybe this is the point. There's some things with Jack O'Connell's character, Jimmy, that I'm just a little bit confused about within the story. Like, does he know he's a fraud, or does he really truly believe all of this? I don't really know. And maybe that's the point. And I do think that contributes to the erraticness of all of it. And I understand from the perspective of he's a cult leader, but just as an audience, like, I'm like, does he know he's a fraud? Doesn't he? Well, it
is a little up in the air.
There's things like that I don't, and it is up in the air. Maybe before someone says media literacy is dead. Okay, cool. It's open in the air. I don't know, and I don't need to be spoon fed everything.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. There's something I was trying to figure out is, does he really believe this, or it seems like he really knows. It seemed like maybe for the sake of, in my opinion, headcanon, I kind of feel like he definitely knows he's making it all up. And kind of was shocked at that there was something so close to the description he made up that he came across, and he questioned it himself, right?
I disagree.
Okay. Well, I just personally think at the end when he's getting the commands and he's very like, this is what I'm going to do, I need you to reinforce that to me. That's like, you are very aware that this isn't coming from a higher power. This is very self-serving. Yes.
So here's my only pushback to that is how I perceived it was he thinks it's real. He realizes that Ray Fiennes is not, but he has to maintain that persona with his fingers because he told them that. But kind of against your point, the ending scene, spoilers. We're talking spoilers.
No, don't. I mean, not yet. Not yet.
So there's
I know
a moment
what you
with
mean by the ending
Samson.
Scene. And you're right. You are right.
That's where it's a little more gray, as I think he may actually think that. He's just that twisted.
That's a good point.
Because he says lines that allude to me to think, oh no, he actually does just believe this. He has just known I have to keep up the persona with the fingers until this actually becomes reality. But he thinks it is.
That's a good point.
So that's kind of what I
forgot
leaning
about that
towards.
scene.
Yeah. Because in all of that stuff, you're like, oh yeah, he does know. But then that's a little too on the nose, I feel like. Continue on though.
I definitely agree that it's tighter, like for sure. And that, to me, I have written down here a note. 28 years later, Bone Temple feels like an episode of a show that's stretched out to a feature-length movie.
Yeah. It's like a really good episode of television.
Yeah. That's exactly how it feels.
Let me say this. So I obviously did not like 28 Years Later.
Yeah.
I give it a 4 out of 10. So I went back and I watched okay, what did I not like about this movie? I said I thought the writing was messy. There's inconsistencies. We both brought up inconsistencies with Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. I thought there was visuals in there that had no reason. There was times where it was for tension.
Yeah, you're very right.
But then there was times later on in the film where we kept seeing these visuals and it didn't go anywhere. So there's no context. So going into this one, I was like, okay, is it more of that or are they going to do it better? I think they did all of that better. The script is not as messy. It's tighter. It's more contained.
Well, they didn't do any of that.
What do you mean?
Like that stuff you're talking about, the visuals and the alluding to like...
Exactly.
None of it's in here. Yeah,
every scene matters.
You're right.
All the shots have a purpose to it. Like even the ones that are a little artsier and trippy have to deal with like some psychological things going on. So it all makes sense. So it doesn't have any of that. So when I came out, I was like, yeah, I like that a lot better. And the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it just did everything that I didn't like in the first one better, or it just didn't do it at all. So it's probably natural for me to be at a 7 out of 10 and for you to flip. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to
it
me,
makes sense in my brain now.
The father-son thing was just so compelling to me. Like I loved it. I loved it.
I felt like I did really like that, but Ray Fiennes and Samson was like equally, if not better, in this movie. So what I loved about the first one was also present here and maybe better.
I struggle to want to say better, even though you're completely right, because there was just so much potential for that, for Spike and his dad, and like that story.
Yeah,
there's so much potential to do it, and I get it.
The first act of 28 Years Later is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you brought up the Kratos and like the Atreides, like it's awesome, like it's so great, and then they kind of fumbled the bag with Aaron Taylor Johnson. So, and this one they don't fumble it. It pays off really well. The relationship that they set up. So. That's one of the reasons I was like, I think I just like this one a lot more.
Yeah, two standout performances, obviously, and that was a big letdown because I thought the kid who played Spike in 28 Years just absolutely incredible, and I just felt like he got really sidelined so hard in this. Yeah. And I get it, he's got his moments, but I mean, he's just not. It's not a lot going on.
Yeah, it is true.
There were parts of this where I was kind of just throwing my hands up in the air, like, what is the point? What is the point of this? Like, what are we doing? What are we trying to do? Mainly just for how long the charity stuff went.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. Sorry, not for me. We sat with that way too long, in my opinion.
Way too long.
Way too long. Way too involved.
Yeah, and it's So I guess we can kind of dive into some of this stuff. Like obviously there's some personal discomfort.
Yeah.
Because I am a Christian and I'm religious. So there's some definite personal discomfort with like Jimmy's and kind of what that, unfolds without getting into too much spoilers, I guess. Because they don't really set any of that up in the first one. It's just they're present.
So they like the body. Spike and his father find a body in the first movie, and it's hanging upside down, and that's from them.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy is written on some walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get into. Yeah, it doesn't ever allude to any of the kind of more.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to spoil that aspect.
Okay.
Of it.
Let's spoil it. Spoiler marking.
Spoilers
now.
The occulty stuff.
The occulty stuff. I feel like an idiot. Okay. Did you get that they were talking about, are you like old Nick? Did you know that was Satan?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No clue.
I don't know if that
I don't know if that's lore that I just don't know.
Me, same. I don't know. Yeah, agreed. I have no idea. And I also
like
didn't know if the movie, if I was supposed to have caught on to that. Now, some moron is gonna be like, yo, the upside down cross didn't set you off. You're right, but also that's the pendant he got, and that like I mean that could also just be the rejection of that faith. Like I have no idea. Like I didn't.
I was like, who's old Nick? I thought originally he has just built this culty religion.
Sure.
In this post-apocalyptic world. But I did not realize that it was just, oh no, they're just Satanists.
Yeah.
So I did not pick up on that. But maybe I just don't know. Is it like a European lore thing? I don't know. I've never heard of Old Nick before. I've never heard of Sir, what is it? What did he say? Sir Christopher something?
Old Nick is a familiar, informal nickname of the devil, or Satan in English, yeah.
Wow. Sure. I've never known that then.
I didn't know it either.
But yeah, I didn't pick up on it. And I was kind of wondering where it was going. And I will say, though, once I realized, though, I got way more uncomfortable. Because, like, obviously I was uncomfortable. But, like,
so
in my brain, I was like, this is weird, culty. Like, he's come up with this in his brain. Like, obviously the world has gone to crap. Like, they're just this. It's just really weird and just grotesque and awful. But when it flipped that, I was like, oh. What I mean by more uncomfortable is like, is there things like that I just don't know? Like should I be more uncomfortable? I don't know. I'm diving into things that I don't know when it comes to like the Satanist, worship and things like that. So then I was like creeped out by what I didn't know. But yeah, I've never heard Old Nick. And like the charity stuff, like is that all real? It has to be. I mean, I'm sure he's pulling from. I'm sure the writers are pulling from that stuff.
I kind of feel like he's making it all up. I'm trying to find something about seven fingers.
I mean, like, are the writers like pulling from actual like satanic rituals and satanic
I don't know. I didn't that didn't even cross my mind. I personally, when that became the conversation, I was more intrigued into the movie. That was his thing. I thought that was more interesting, and it
made more sense.
Helped me understand and make more sense, because I think I don't need to understand every villain, and obviously he's plenty erratic, and I don't even know why he's come to a breaking point specifically drawn out and spoon-fed to me. But I do think like it's similar. I do want to kind of have a basic road to walk down with the character, so I can understand why he's acting. And I felt like I spent a lot of this movie kind of just like. Why?
What are we doing here?
Why? That's what I mean.
Skinning people alive.
What is the point?
Yes.
What are we trying to do? Why is this a thing? Yeah. Like all of that. Why is like? Oh, dude. When I told you I could smell the deer, that was when I could smell the deer. That was too much.
Gosh, I just
at multiple points. Were you not like, why the frick is Spike not running away?
Oh, absolutely. When the lady walked out of the gate and turned around. Again, I know people are going to point it out. I saw the little point where she like clicks the lock. I get it. You don't think that young boy could jump that freaking fence? Come on. There's like notches in it. Like, come on. Why did he not run then? He went right back knowing that he didn't have her. Jimmy was not going to freaking punish him for it.
Go back to Jimmy, who has just skinned 4 people alive.
Then claw your way out of a freaking fence.
Yeah, then climb out of a barbed wire fence.
Like, what in the world? That was one of the things where I was like, the Jimmy stuff doesn't always make sense for me.
Well, that's like,
because
to me,
I'm like, it's like
convenient writing of just you want him and that girl to stick together so you can have that resolution at the end.
Yes.
But kind of stupid.
It kind of just felt like, oh, he can't run away because then they won't. Knowing the movie now, he can't run away because then he wouldn't get to Ray Fiennes' character and you wouldn't have that little moment at the end. And it's like, well, Yeah, but then write it more clever than just dragging him along through this world where he probably could have run at 20 different times. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Dude, the whole time I'm like getting antsy because I'm like, how are you going to sneak away down to Ray Fiennes?
Yes, yeah.
And he never did. And I was just...
Well, he did try.
Oh.
He did try that one time and he got attacked.
It's brisk walk, though.
Yes.
I mean, like, come on.
It's not like the most clear that's what he's doing, but like you're kind of thinking that's what he's doing.
I guess you're right, but there's just so many points. I mean, like, they didn't do anything with the fact that Spike knows he's BS.
Yeah.
Once he comes back, he's like, "Yep, it is old Nick."
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do anything with that. I thought that was going to be important. That like Spike knows. I could understand Spike being like, maybe this, maybe that, but now he knows he's fake.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he knows he's a liar, and he's making all this up. And he's like, people are whatever. He's 12. To me, that seems somewhat important. That he would know he's lying.
Because the girl says, "Don't you ever think he's just full of, you know?" And do you think he's ever full of that?
That's what I thought he should have said.
So why would Spike not then come in and go, you know, it's like, see, I know him. You know,
someone's just going to say that he didn't trust her.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Because she was buying into all the crap. She didn't buy into him, but she was buying into the old Nick stuff.
Why doesn't Spike have an upside down cross in his forehead?
I did think that too at one point. When he took the mask off towards the end, because they were zooming in on, I can't remember her name, Jimmy, her face a lot. I was like, I was noticing it more, and I was like, oh, I guess they just didn't do that to Spike.
Do you think, I mean, obviously I think probably the reasoning is Spike wants to protect Ray Fiennes or Ray Fiennes' character. That's why he keeps the mask on. But I do beg the question of why not at any point during that dance take it off, reveal who you are. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that because I was like, well, it is tricky because he probably is. I mean, he has watched people get skinned. They are quite adept at fighting. Like, he probably is nervous still that in this scenario, what is him and an old man going to beat these guys up? You know what I mean? And kill them. So I'm sure he's probably just a little bit more cautious.
I just struggle
because if Ray Fiennes' character does something, they're probably both going to get killed. They're going to be like, "You knew this guy? You didn't say anything."
I'm going to be honest, though,
they
do that anyways, but so that I know that's not probably the case because Ray Fiennes puts it together by himself.
Yeah, but he twists it in a clever way. He's not.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
And I do want to talk about that, but I guess I just mean, and he's just got him, you know, like
yes, I know what you're saying.
Him. Yeah, and if Spike reveals himself during the dance, Ray Fiennes kind of just needs to kill Jimmy.
Yes, yeah.
And then all those people are just going to follow blindly.
Yes, yeah.
You know, but I did think that was really, I loved that. I thought that was incredibly character,
awesome.
And that was awesome. I thought that was so awesome. When Ray Fiennes is like, "Oh, we need to crucify you." That was sick.
Yeah.
I was really loving. I thought that was really clever and good on his feet thinking.
Yes,
really funny. And then all the people start turning on it like, oh man.
Yeah, that was great. Sweet. I kept waiting for Ray Fiennes to be like, in my brain, I was like, if you just sell this, because I'm thinking this guy actually does believe it. He doesn't think he's old Nick. But remember he says the line where like old Nick's known to be very like, you know, to be use trickery and things like that. I really thought Ray Fiennes was going to be like, try to really sell it. And he like kind of does when he says like my only son, but like I thought he was gonna really try to like act it out and be like, oh no, I am old Nick. I lied to you.
That would have been a good idea.
You know?
That would have been cool.
And then he's kind of like, you know, oh my gosh, like you were tricking me. And he's like, you know me well. You know, something like that. I thought he was gonna lean into it. I'm glad where they went. But I think that would have been cool too if he was like, you know, I have been tricking you. I am old Nick. I am your father, you know? But where it does go is very cool until they crucify him. But that's a little uncomfy. But
so interesting. I liked that. I thought that was. I mean, I found that immensely satisfying.
Yeah, it's completely fine. I don't say this to like make you feel bad. It was just really uncomfortable to watch that. just because I'm thinking about like church history. You know what I mean? That's just what went to my mind. And I got super emotional about it. That was just my experience with it. It brought me to tears, to be honest with you. It was just like, just because of like, I know throughout history, things like that have actually happened. And that's just what came to my brain. It doesn't have to come to everybody else's brain. You can cut this out if you want to. But I was like, I just had a very visceral reaction to that. And for the character, it's very satisfying. So you're exactly right.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying it was kind of hard for me to watch that just from, again, just kind of personally how I took it. I was just kind of like super uncomfortable. I was taken out of it, to be honest with you. I was personally taken out of it. Like, I didn't feel satisfied because that's all I could think about. But like, it is a very satisfying ending to his character. So like, I get that. So that's what I say. I don't bring it up to be like a jerk about it.
I had this debate when Deadpool Wolverine came out because of Logan being crucified on the X.
Yeah.
And I a lot of Christians had a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
That I think is stupid, personally, because other people than Jesus were crucified.
Yes, true. Yeah.
And it was in practice for a minute as a very painful way to die. And it's not, it wasn't just invented for and then ended for Jesus.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of debate on whether it was even a cross at all. Like it most likely, was that was like the torture stake thing is probably like more likely where your arms are like this, and that it caught. There's reasons I can tell you about that, but so there's a lot of stuff to my head where it's like not a big deal. Mm-hmm. You just saying your reaction, I just wanted, and because I had a conversation about that on Deadpool Wolverine. Because I kind of disagree.
I remember that, and I disagree
Christians
too.
were telling people not to see it, and I'm like, you are aware other people were crucified, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that like, well, I don't know. I'm not saying that like you should have the same opinion as me. All I'm saying is that moment, for some reason, I just had a very visceral reaction in the moment. I think just because I was thinking about it. And so it took me out of the movie. Like I probably would need to watch it again to like really feel that satisfying like punch of the end. I was just super uncomfortable, so I didn't feel that. But I do absolutely get that what we've built to the character, it is a very satisfying ending for him and how it all kind of unfolds. So I do get all that. And there's scenes after that with Samson and things like that that make sense. The horns and things like that, that's what I was alluding to earlier. I mean, you knew that about, I think he thinks it actually is all real.
That was probably the only moment I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The thing of the horn, like the imagery of that kind of had me like.
Yeah, I was like, oof.
That was scary.
Yeah, it's just like throughout, obviously the subject matter, I was just like uncomfortable, not just because of the grotesque stuff. Then that was.
But it's not praising it though.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's just like, it's not praising it. The cross was just the biggest thing for me, I guess. But that's just me. This is my reaction.
I'm just trying to understand. Struggling, I guess. I want to understand, like, because I personally feel like I'm a bad Christian for not feeling convicted. No.
That's why I said don't
like
be
other people about it.
That's why I said I'm not trying to be a jerk for saying that. I'm more so just saying, you're saying it's satisfying. I get that. It was like in that moment, I just had a reaction to it, and
like they shouldn't have done it. Is that what you're?
Yeah. To be honest, in some ways, I kind of just would prefer that like they not do that. Again, it's just like
I mean, I understand that more than just like you saying I had a reaction to it.
Yeah, I kind of just would prefer that imagery just not be up there, just because of like what I do know about church history, and I know about like what has happened in the past and things like that. It's just like it's just uncomfy. You know what I mean? But I swear I'm not trying to make you feel. That's not my intention at all. But yeah,
I personally when they cut to just the sound of the nails, I was like, "Are you joking right now? You're gonna show this woman naked getting skinned alive, but you're not gonna show me the death of the biggest a-hole I think I can think of? Are you kidding me?" Yeah. And so when they actually cut to it,
you're like, "Okay, good, yeah." You actually see that. Yeah. Yeah. Cause that's rough. Yeah. I mean, it's unique. I mean, he says the lines and everything. But the moment in the movie though, I'm going to try to gather myself. The moment in the movie though makes sense for his character showing Samson. And that's what it did confirm in my brain that I think he does believe that. So it does kind of serve what I was kind of thinking in my head canon.
Potentially, or though, he did get hit with that hallucinogenic stuff. So he might be like thinking this is confirming it in his head.
In the last moments.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either of us are
point.
probably right. I don't think there's no way to know for sure, but I could also see a version where he sees that.
You see hallucinations when you're doing coke? I didn't know what it was.
Is that what that is?
I saw white powder. I thought he's just blowing coke in their faces.
Well, they were tripping, so I wonder if he was kind of like this is all real.
It could be. That's a good point. It could be. My other thought about that was, you know how they're kind of like throughout the movie they're setting up that like the rage virus, he sees something differently. For like a split second, I thought like, oh, does that mean he's like getting the virus? But I think you're more right than me. I think the hallucination is probably part of it.
Yeah. So speaking of that, let's talk about the best part of this movie, which is Ray Fiennes and Samson talking and like all of that. It's so fun and it is engaging.
Big part of the movie.
We highlighted Jack O'Connell. We're going to highlight Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
I think Shia Lewis Perry absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, great.
I think he absolutely just knocked it out of the park. I think his performance is profound, even when there isn't a lot going on, because obviously he doesn't really have lines, but his subtleties and his actions and his way he conveys erraticness with stillness and those compare and contrasts, I think, on just amazing performance work. I mean, I just really want to hammer home. I think he absolutely crushed it, and I think he's a standout actor in this movie.
Yeah. I noticed like
an overall physical performance. It's captivating, it's engaging, it's elegant, it's fun to watch, and it's truly just an all around amazing performance. And I am just talking about his penis. His other acting is fantastic. It's
pretty good too.
Yeah,
it's pretty good
but
too.
All of that is just absolutely insane. Obviously that's a joke.
Yeah,
I do feel that way all about the way just incredible work there. Prosthetics execution as well, just making him feel so erratic and then toning that back over time.
Slowly. You notice it slowly.
Yeah, it was really
in like
good.
The work, like his eye movements.
Yeah.
And
there was a stillness and a gentleness in the way he moved his eyes specifically.
Because in the beginning of the movie, it's blank.
Yeah.
There's no movement. There is nothing. And then slowly over time, he's moving. Slowly over time, he's blinking. And then his mouth is moving more. Like you're getting back to the normal human emotions.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. Dude, you know something amazing? We have officially a confirmed name for Samson's penis. You know what it is?
No way.
Shia Lewis Perry says in an interview. You know what he calls it? His big ol' Samson Hampton.
That's not as good as what I call it.
I know, you're right. What do you call it?
Mine.
That's mine right there. I watched an interview today, literally this morning. Him and Ray Fiennes are talking about it, and he's talking about the prosthetic, and he was like, it wasn't uncomfortable. It like zips in. He was like, I did get a little cold though. And Ray Fiennes goes, but it didn't affect the size. And he leans over and he's like, you're right, it didn't. And he's like, it's just out there. And he starts clapping and he goes, big old Hampton Samson.
Big shout out to this movie because we finally got to see Voldemort's Slytherin snake, man. Yeah, and it's not small. Boop, boop, boop. He's got a nice little wand on him, little phoenix feather down there.
It's a little thin, but it's long.
Yeah,
gets the job done.
Gets the job done.
What was the purpose of that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
There are many times throughout both of these movies where I go, you're just showing nudity for showing nudity. Like you're just trying to.
Dude.
Like it served no purpose.
I just I haven't skinning that woman. To me it was just way over the line. Like for me, I mean, like you're saying the cross thing, I was like, that's so over and beyond necessary. I was very upset.
I genuinely had the thought like, should I leave? Like maybe I should just cut it off right here. Cause this is like too far.
I
don't know. I'm trying to think of something I've seen that bad.
Yeah, I was very to the point. Just and then I mean, it's obviously they're trying to do that,
and I get,
but I was so uncomfortable, like to the point where, like they're like offering the challenge to the kid, and I was just like, I don't even care.
I was like,
I don't even like. You know what I would do? You know what I would do at this point? I'd take that knife and I would just end it right there, because obviously that's going to be a better death than whatever you got coming to you.
Yeah, like.
When she was like, I want to take his pants, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to leave.
Oh, no, yeah,
I was
exactly.
Like,
I was like, if this goes any further, I'm done. I'm not going to.
Sorry. Yeah. It's not for, I don't think it's just for me, like at the end of the day. But I'm going to be like, I push against that, because 28 Days Later is absolutely amazing. And so like, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Tell me more about that, because I have not seen 28 Days Later. What do you feel like works really well in 28 Days Later that doesn't work as well in these movies?
There's just
is there not as much grotesque stuff?
No.
It's not as off-putting?
No, there isn't. It's not that. It's not near that bad. I just think Cillian Murphy is just so amazing. I mean his character waking up and learning about everything in the state of the world. He goes and visits its parents, and his parents are dead, and he deals with that. All the things, just the person he is throughout because the whole thing is this breakdown of morality, and the whole movie is like everybody's descended into these animals, and you have Cillian who maintains it throughout the whole movie in a major way, and there's some just excellent stuff with I really want you to watch it. There's just some great stuff, camera work stuff, and there's a tension-filled moment when Cillian is doing something, and I just don't want you to even know.
That's fine.
It's very brilliantly, like, it's a very good moment, and I think it's executed very well right there at the end. I mean, it's just specifically someone thinks he might have, you can't tell if he has the virus, let's put it like that, because of something that's going on, and I just thought that was awesome. So I mean, I think that is just so brilliantly done. So I really push back that it's not for me. I just think there's parts of me, because okay, I have a question.
The content's not for me. I don't want to watch this movie ever again.
Yeah. Did it feel like it was shot on an iPhone? You didn't think so? I did.
I think 28 Years Later did.
Oh, I don't
think this one did as much.
I thought this very much felt like it was shot on an iPhone. But I think I'm not trying to be rude. I think they're trying to recapture what was their reality when they made 28 Days, because that's all they had. They had this they didn't have expensive whatever, limited budget. They made it work. So I think they did just limit themselves to use iPhones
for the aesthetic of it.
Was this filmed on an iPhone, or was it just that specific shot? Maybe I'm full of crap.
I just didn't feel like this one did. Mostly because the first one has a lot of those running shots. It has a lot of the shakier cam. Like, it feels a little bit more hands-on, handheld. This one is a lot more still. There's only a couple of times where you're really actually like running with Samson, or you're running with the infected. It's maybe 2 or 3 times. But the first one, it happens a lot. Or 28 Years Later, it happens a lot. So I don't know. Danny Boyle did not direct this movie. So they may not have used iPhones.
I mean, it says that they still didn't, so I don't know.
It would make sense, though, because they filmed these congruently, right? Like, right back to back. Kind of took a shot at it.
Yeah. I feel like it just feels small. But
I think this feels less Danny Boyle, and that might just be why I like it. It feels like a worthy film as far as like tone and look in the universe. It just doesn't have all that like kind of outlandish stuff that, from what I can hear, Danny Boyle just does. And maybe that's just why I like it. Obviously, I think the story stuff is better, but like the visual stuff is a big one. I won't watch this again though.
It was tough.
It's really hard to watch.
I'm a little let down.
I would probably watch the first one before I would watch
I just didn't. I'm a let down, not in the movie, but just that I didn't like it as much as everyone else is. And so when I was seeing these consistent 9 out of 10s, I was getting really excited.
I'm kind of scratching my brain on why people love these so much.
Yeah.
I 1000% understand the craftsmanship side of it. Yeah, there's some amazing shots in both of them. There's really great sequences. I get all of that. There's good performances. But I feel like they're just missing like huge plot holes or just like messy writing that I can't seem to like wrap my head around. Like I don't know why it's a 9 out of 10 for some people. Some movies I'm like, yeah, if it's for you, I get it.
You know what it is. It's
style over substance.
It's the Jack O'Connell stuff. It's that.
Yeah.
And then it's the stuff with Ray and like the meeting is so fun. Like when he's like doing the devil stuff. Like
it is good.
That's really fun.
It is really good.
It's that stuff I think people are gravitating and I really like hang on to it.
I recognize that like just like we said with 28 Years Later, I'm not the audience for this movie.
Yeah.
I'm not excited to go watch this again. You know what I mean? So my experience is wrapped into my score a little bit. So I do get that. I mean, if I was going to probably accurately rate it based on just my experience, it'd probably be like 3. Just how comfortable it was at times. But overall, I do think this one is better. It's just not for me.
I kind of want to know why Spike isn't going home. So, okay, well, let me do this. I thought the movie obviously has did people just freak out at the ending in your theater?
Yeah, absolutely.
When Cillian showed up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that was awesome.
I haven't even seen 28 Days Later than I did because I like Cillian Murphy.
That was awesome. Like that was so cool. I'm so excited. He's starring in the 3rd installment.
I'm actually very excited.
I'm very pumped. Thought it left off in a very cool way. So I'm very, I'm obviously looking forward to the next one. I was looking forward to this too.
You remove the Jimmy stuff, I think this movie's like an easy 9 out of 10. So here's my hope going into the next one. Honestly, if you don't have that kind of stuff in it and you really hone in on Cillian, you really hone in on Spike, them making their trek through or protecting, add something in there, maybe throw Aaron Taylor Johnson back in. Like, I think we have a third shot of me really liking one of these. I really do.
Yeah. For me, I would like this way more if the first movie is about Spike and Aaron Taylor Johnson taking the mom to see the doctor saying she has cancer. They go back without her. On the way back, the Jimmys come, kill Aaron Taylor Johnson, take him in. He kills that other guy. I guess the problem with that is Aaron Taylor Johnson would own probably all of them punks.
Absolutely. I think so.
If he's not in the third movie, I think you should have killed him in the first. But it kills him, and then he kind of fights out whatever, kills that guy the same way he kills him. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about that. Oh, sorry. But kills him the same way he kills him. This movie plays out the way it does, and it's one movie. I kind of think.
I will say,
because I think it could be.
It probably could be. It's a little. I guess it's tricky with like the Ray Fiennes stuff, but
you could cut out a lot. Much there is with Spike and his mom.
Yeah, you could cut out a lot.
So much.
Yeah. You could probably cut out a lot of the first movie. You could probably cut out a little bit of the Ray Fiennes, Dr. Kelson and Samson stuff.
I don't think you even have to.
I think there's he visits with him probably 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean? Take one of them out, you get 5-10 minutes. There's probably moments. Yeah, you probably could tighten it up and do that. If he kills the Jimmys early on, you don't have to worry about any of the Jimmy stuff. So you cut all that out.
I wanted to ask, I was kind of throwing at the start of Bone Temple, I was kind of throwing my hands up from the beginning, just with the trial by combat. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, but I couldn't help but think like when he got stabbed in the leg and started bleeding out, well, if he just goes and kills Spike, then they'll probably just patch him up.
Yeah.
Right. I guess there's just stuff like that where I was like, well, why is he's just sitting there like, help me. Like, I guess like, why not just, you need to go finish that and then they'll help you. I guess it's like obvious to me. I don't know. There's stuff like that where, I mean, I was kind of just throwing my hands up at the, but what a cool setting. That water park.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was really kind of upset they didn't use that more.
I was like, this is really cool until he bled out. And then I was like, this is awful. I knew I was in for a ride when they just let that happen. I was
getting so hyped thinking about Aaron Taylor Johnson murking all those jimmies. I was getting so ready for that. And
the whole movie, I was waiting for him to show up at some point. I thought there was going to be a triumphant, entry. But yeah, it didn't happen. I think he's coming in the third one.
Hopefully. I hope so.
I feel like it's too, like, if he doesn't show up in the third one, that is just a huge problem. It's already a problem, but like if he shows up in the third one and they kind of like allude with some dialogue, like, hey, I've been right behind you. I've been right behind you this whole time. I've been tracking you. I found you here, like, then it kind of makes a little bit more sense why he's not there. He just hasn't reached him yet. But if he just doesn't show up and the movie just does its own thing, like, it's such a big problem because, like, well, then he's just a crappy father. He just does not care about his son whatsoever.
People are telling me he is, but I don't think he doesn't care about Spike. I think he absolutely cares about Spike. Absolutely. He has every opportunity to let him get killed, and he risks his own life to save him. So I obviously don't.
Like, what is so clear that people say he doesn't care about Spike?
Because he's cheating on their mom.
That is not enough to say that, yeah, I'm fine if my son goes out there and freaking dies.
Yeah, I agree.
That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense.
No, I don't agree either, but I want to talk about something that is, I think, a genuine plot hole, right?
Okay.
I think it's cool that they explained the virus. I thought them seeing hallucination was like pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty neat explanation.
Please don't ruin my world right now because I thought all that stuff is amazing.
Oh, really? I don't think I am going to ruin your world. I would just like to know what happened, and like those pills don't wear off, and like there's just so much to that. I just don't guess I just don't
that's a good
really
point.
grasp.
Yeah. Why would one dosage work?
Why would one dosage work and cure your psychosis? And like if the morphine's quiet your head, that's temporary, but the pills aren't. I don't know. That's weird.
I guess
to me.
maybe I'm adding context here. They don't really tell, but I guess maybe you're adding in some like medical context of like he's found the right concoction to clear it, the psychosis, and that's what kind of awakens him. It's the cure.
And I think that's a neat.
It's more psychological than it is physical in some ways.
Like you said. Sorry, is that not obvious?
No, I didn't think so.
I mean, what do you mean? I guess from the beginning, it's just this, they call it the rage virus. It's this chemical that goes off in their brain and makes them attack people. Like, to me, it's like, that's always been the case, but I like the idea of them seeing essentially zombies, like, and attacking. That's interesting, but why the frick did Samson have a baby? That's something I'm curious about.
So my thought was, their perception is these humans are just completely degraded back to just animal instincts. And there's no coming back.
Who was thinking that?
Just everyone.
Oh, okay.
Just the general perception of the virus is they have completely degraded to animal instincts. Maybe that would maybe explain why he has a baby. I don't know. Need to reproduce. That's maybe a little bit too much context adding. But that they are far gone. So I love the idea that Ray Fiennes, being a doctor, putting things together, saying maybe they're not as far gone, they can come back, and him kind of like working to that. So it's more psychological than it is physical. They all think it's just physical, but he's kind of unlocking
I agree. Like
it's more psychological than it is actually physical. So if I can clear that, we can bring them back.
Yeah, but their need to attack, obviously. Because they're staying
primal,
human.
But it's primal and animal.
Which would be psychological.
No.
Yeah. It's not physical. They're
What
not
do you mean?
de-evolution. Like, they're not becoming de-evolutionized. Like, it's
I think it's like, but I'm saying they don't have that mental capacity anymore. It's brought back to primal
Psychological.
instinct.
Yeah.
I got to eat.
Right. I just think that's obvious from the beginning. Is just like that it is psychological. Don't get me wrong. I
think I know what
to
you're
me,
saying.
the
I'm
morphine
trying
thing
to-
made so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like dumbing down. Like to me, when he took morphine,
dulls
I was
the-
like, oh, it's dumbing down the urge. He has this like incessant urge to kill and like attack things and be rageful. Like that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Say that's super cool.